Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 23rd. We're just going to jump right in here, Capricorn. You have this Y card and this deep knowing card. So what do you know? Let's see. You have the Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. I think you are seeing why something didn't work in your past. It could be a person or whatever. It's kind of funny because I see you in my head putting your hand up, This is one of those situations where something didn't work out. Probably there was a tower moment. Maybe you were shocked by something that someone did or something that someone said. And, kind of the feeling that I get from this reading. Look at this right here. I'm telling you right now, it's like I see you going like this in my head, like telling someone that you don't care. Like you don't want to hear what they have to say. You don't care what they feel or anything like that. I kind of feel like you're being a little bit of a savage, but in a good way. Like I think just based off of your past readings, what I can think about right now, and based off of what's showing up here, I kind of feel like you had a past person who did you dirty, which comes up for you quite a bit. Yep, they broke your heart. I would protect yourself this week here, Capricorn, for sure. Because it looks to me like this person could be like trying to enter back into your life, or they want to communicate, and I feel like you're not having it. And again, I feel like you deserve this as well. Look, you're healing. You go from the Tower to the Star. If a reading is gonna have the Tower, it's great to have the Star in it because it kind of says that you are healing from this. But see, like I feel like you already know the answers. This reading is very kind of simple. I feel like for some of you, if this is a person, that they're coming back to like explain themselves or whatever, but you just don't care anymore, which is probably a good thing, really, honestly. And I don't think this, just looking at this and just, again, this is a repeat story that you've had with like a liar, cheater, stealer, or someone who did you dirty. It's like, I don't think they deserve to, come in and explain themselves in the first place. It's almost like they did this to themselves, and it's like almost as if they want closure for something that they did. And so I kind of feel like you already know, and it's like you're not even looking for answers anymore. I feel like you're just trying to move forward. Again, Tower, Chariot, Star. It's like you're trying to move towards something bigger and better. And it's just that simple. You have the Five of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Again, the Five of Wands is conflict and competition. I think this person, it's pretty simple. I mean, going this way, they put you probably in a third party. Seven of Swords. Going this way, I think they, caused a lot of confusion and they left. And, again, I think that what's happening is that they're seeing you in a much better position in life here, Capricorn. I think things are progressing quickly for you. I feel like you're finding success, or, it's like, it's like if I put myself in this person's shoes, it's almost like they thought you weren't real or something. It's almost like they thought, well, like, oh, I don't have to try with this person because it's like all these things that they say they do or whatever aren't true, even though I feel like there was plenty of evidence that you are successful in life. And I think there was plenty of evidence that, good things, come in for you. And, so I kind of feel like you're just like moving past it just in general. But they want to talk. So, communication with the Eight of Wands. For others, there could just be a move here. So Tower, Chariot, the Eight of Wands, this could just be movement. I feel like if you're I kind of feel like you're in this zone of thinking about making a change or thinking about making a move, and I feel it's the right thing for you to do. So, there's no reason to really just go on and on about it. I would make the change. Like if you're thinking about moving or traveling or doing something new in your life, I would go for it. With the Five of Wands, you have the Death card. The Death card, like I said, big change coming in for you. So I kind of feel that with the Five of Wands that you're leaving behind conflict and competition, and you're moving towards something, much better. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. Yes, this is like a hasty I don't think this person thinks. If this is a person for you, I think they just make decisions, make choices without actually thinking them through, and then they regret them later. It's probably just that type of person. The problem that I see here is that this person hasn't changed. So, plain and simple, I think you're protecting yourself. It's kind of funny in your last row here, you have this card that says, be careful who and what you surround yourself with. The last row is going to be the good stuff. So it's going to be good no matter what. And that really tells me that I feel like you have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands, like drawing a line in the sand. I feel like you have made up your mind that even if you didn't go through this breakup, right? I just think your just general attitude right now is like, nothing below this point is going to be allowed into my energy field, right? Like, I feel like you're being very specific about like what you allow into your life, which is a good thing. But I see this for everything. Like this could be like your diet, the people, the places, your environment, everything. So again, I kind of feel like you're in this good place of really protecting yourself. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Four Swords. Again, I feel like you've healed from whatever the situation is, and you're just like moving forward, plain and simple. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this hidden gem card and this gazelle spirit that says change and purity on it. So again, there could be some sort of very positive change that's coming in for you. Again, I do feel like it's a little bit unexpected here. With the tower can represent a shock to the system, whatever. So if a person is coming back to communicate with you, again, it could be a little bit surprising. The funny thing is that this guy here, he's like choosing to jump out of the tower. This person over here is surprised. But I feel like this almost gives me the vibes. Again, if you're dealing with a person, I feel like you chose to leave the situation behind. It's like you chose to just dive head first and get out of the situation. I feel like they're surprised that you basically are moving on. We see that right here, going to the Chariot and the Star. The Chariot has the city behind him, and he's leaving the city behind him and he's choosing to move on. So again, this could just be this person is surprised. You have the Three of Cups here. Again, you have that Pearl card that says hidden gem. So there could be like a very solid connection coming in for you if you are looking for like a new connection or new love. There definitely could be a new person coming in here, and I feel like it's going to be someone who's like much better than whatever this past person was. You have the Seven of Swords as well. Seven of Swords, of course, can be, just right here, could be like lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like this person, makes a lot of stories up in their head, but they're like not true. It's like I think they just make these stories up, and so it's like if they just think like, oh, you cheated or you'll cheat, so I'm gonna cheat, type of thing, when you never would have cheated in the first place. So I feel like this is a real messed up person, and again, I feel like you're just healing from this connection. The other thing that I'm getting here is that I would definitely practice Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. It says, can you accomplish something you're trying to accomplish in a different way? So if you're having a hard time finding success, or even if you're having a good time finding success, it says like, are there better ways to do the things that you're doing in life? You're gonna have to do your research, but there you go. With the Tower, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, pretty much you just focusing on work, and so I do feel a lot of you could be very focused on work at this time. And this focus on work could be bringing in, abundance, success, all sorts of good stuff. So I would keep focusing on work, plain and simple. With the Three of Cups, you have the Page of Wands. Yes, I feel you're definitely ready to, it's pretty simple. You are ready to go on an adventure here. You're ready to, follow your bliss. That's the Page of Wands and the Chariot. Page of Wands, he moves towards things that he feels very enthusiastic about. So he really just he doesn't trust anything other than the feeling of enthusiasm, right? He just feels excited by something, or he feels like something makes him feel excited or enthusiastic, and that's just the direction that he moves in. The Chariot doesn't really know where he's going, and, Chariot represents as above, so below. The Chariot is just kind of trusting that the universe is bringing him in the right direction, even though he's not really sure where he's going. He just knows that he needs to set himself apart. With the Seven of Swords, yes, you have the Temperance card. Temperance is about turning a negative into a positive, right? Seven of Swords is about taking things too seriously, because he has these polka dots on his cloak. And polka dots in the tarot represent needing to be more playful. It basically says you could be taking certain situations too seriously, and maybe you need to invite more playfulness into your life, or you need to invite more, joy and happiness. Personally, again, I read the Seven of Swords as a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So, Seven of Swords to me is really a card of tactics, just doing things differently. And with the Temperance card, it says if one way to do something doesn't work, try something else. Change the situation. I kind of feel like this is saying, don't accept no as an answer. If you're working on a project and one way to do something doesn't work, try something else, try something different, do a little brainstorming here. Or maybe there's just other ways to do things and you just need to, again, use your powers of manifestation, to make it work. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this frog spirit. It says clearing out the clutter. You have this vulture. It says nothing is wasted. Vultures are masters of conservation of energy. If you see a vulture flying around, they just kind of soar around. They don't really flap their wings. So kind of what I'm getting here is that you have that pearl, which says hidden gem, and you have the chariot. I feel like there is, it's almost like there's an escape hatch here coming in for you. Chariot, star. It's almost as if, you are discovering a way to, I don't know if you're escaping from something, but it's almost like you are kind of getting out of something, or I don't know what I'm trying to say here with that chariot and the star. It's almost like you're finding a way to improve your life, or maybe you're discovering a business idea that changes your life, or you're discovering a new job that you go and get that kind of is going to lead to success. But it's interesting how this is showing up, because it's like you're between heartbreak and kind of like a loss here, or a separation. But if you go this way, you're going to be finding success, is how I see it. So I don't know, kind of interesting. Let's dig into it. You have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can, of course, represent a separation, which I do feel like some of you have experienced. Five of Swords can also represent taking a risk. So I feel for some of you, there could be some sort of risk that you're taking to, move in new directions in life. And, that's what I would do here. I would take the risk of the chariot. The risk of the chariot is to leave this city behind him behind. The thing about that city is that everything is just too much the same. He's kind of locked into an identity, right? And it is that city. He has to follow the rules of the city. He has to do everything according to what the city says and everything like that. And he's trying to set himself apart. We don't really know, but maybe, in kind of my intuition on the chariot, is that he's looking for a place where he can create his own city, where he can, have his own followers, where he can, be unique, and something that also matches with what he believes. Again, chariot is as above, so below. He's got these stars up here, these moons right here, and it really represents as above, so below energy. I also feel like the universe is trying to help you out. These two sphinxes here, they represent the universe and the mysteries of the universe. And I feel, they're not really attached to the chariot. There are no reins that he is holding here. He is just trusting that the universe is guiding him. And so I feel you need to trust your inner guidance, but I also feel like you need to trust the signs, symbols, synchronicities, your inspirations with the Page of Wands here as well. The Page of Wands, again, on a very simple level, he just maybe feels inspired to do something and he moves in that direction, and that's what makes him very successful. But it's kind of a weird reading because I see this as a squeeze right here. It's almost like an escape hatch, that's the best way I can describe it. I don't necessarily think you're escaping from anything, right? But what I do feel is I think the best kind of analogy that I could use here is it's almost like maybe over the next few months you get a new job, and then maybe a few months later, the old job that you had, maybe the company goes under, and maybe you would have lost everything if you stayed there. That's the type of feeling that I'm getting here. I feel like you're being led in a new direction. It's like if you take that new direction, you're going to be very grateful in the future. I feel like you have time. I feel like there's nothing to worry about, but I do feel the universe is saying, hey, there's this new job over here, or the universe is saying, hey, there's this business over here, or the universe is saying hey, there's a better way that you could run your business if you have a business. Same thing in love. It's maybe you left this person for a reason. Maybe you're seeing why it was a good thing that you escaped from the situation. So, I hope that makes sense. That's really what I feel like this reading is. With the Five of Swords, you have the Page of Swords. Yep, spying. I would be careful of this past person. I feel like their life is a mess. Just plain and simple, I feel it, I really feel this person messed up their life. So, again, I would be careful of letting that into your energy field. You have this card that says, be careful who and what you surround yourself with. When you surround yourself with people who their life is a mess, your life becomes a mess. So I'd be careful of that. With the Chariot, you have the King of Wands here. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. So this right here, whatever you're moving towards, this star, which is success and hope and faith and, all sorts of good things. If you move in that direction, again, I feel like you're going to be finding success very quickly. With the Three of Swords, you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, Six of Cups is a turnaround. And to me, Six of Cups can represent thinking about the past. I always say don't go back to the past with the Six of Cups. But really, the Six of Cups can represent you. Maybe you've been bumping up against obstacles, and it can be a gift from the universe. The gift we usually receive with the Six of Cups is, again, a turnaround, things improving, or if we've been experiencing a certain obstacle, the obstacle itself could be being removed with the Six of Cups. That's like the gift that we usually get from the universe with the Six of Cups. Next, you have the stability card. This is showing up in the area of the good stuff. It says, you will be very stable and prosperous. Make stability a top priority and commit yourself to consistency. Ooh, I think that word consistency is gold for you here, Capricorn. Like, I would be doing whatever you can to increase your stability and your security and, all that other stuff. So there you go. You have this card that says, be careful who and what you surround yourself with. Again, this is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So I think it's going to be good no matter what. But I feel like you are kind of drawing boundaries. We see it right here. Again, the Seven of Wands is my card of kind of drawing a line in the sand. He is saying, I'm not willing to let anything else up here, I'm not willing to let another person, come up my hill unless they can meet this standard, right? And it doesn't even have to be a person. It could be a person, place, or a thing. I feel like you feel a little unprepared. It's always kind of interested me how he has two different shoes on, It's like he's got this boot and then he's got like a shoe over here. And so I kind of feel that some of you maybe feel a little caught off guard, or like you are not ready to make a change. That's intuitively what I feel. I never really pay attention to that on the Seven of Wands, the different shoes. But it is popping into my head for you, Capricorn, that it's like maybe you have to make a change. And it's like you're not 100% ready, but we never are, is what I feel like this is saying. And it's showing up in the good stuff. So it's like you're never going to be 100% ready to make a change. You're never going to be 100% ready to prepare yourself to make a move, like leave a job or, go get something else or whatever. But I feel like you're as ready as you can be. So, I would get moving. You have the Star. The Star is about having a North Star. The Star also says, if something is possible for one person, it's possible for you. So I feel like you need to focus on your having a North Star, which I encourage everyone to have a North Star at this point. Excuse me. And I would also focus on healing, right? I had COVID, and it's still bothering me, right? So it's like, take time to heal, take extra time to heal. I am not stressing myself out at this time. It's like, people always say like, take a break or whatever. I'm like, this only takes me an hour a day to do, right? So it's like, trust me, I get plenty of break time. I get plenty of time to rest, relax, recover. But, I would say, take extra time to rest, relax, recover. You have the Hangman here. The Hangman is an understanding. He is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and his head is glowing there. So I kind of feel like there is knowledge or wisdom that's coming in for you that is going to make you very successful. So, this knowledge or wisdom could be like learning from a person. It could be you just knowing what this like escape hatch is. I don't know what this escape hatch message is. I don't really feel it's an escape hatch. It's not like you're escaping from something. That's not the energy that I get here. It's more like maybe it's because, again, I feel like in the future, you're going to be like, oh my God, I totally escaped from something that would have ruined my life, right? So maybe it's not really an escape. It's like you're avoiding a future disaster by making a move here, whatever it is. With the Hangman, you have the High Priestess. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces here. It is interesting, though, because every single reading, there's a ton of Pisces energy in every single reading I do. We have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. It could just be saying, it could be pointing out to me as a reader what that energy represents. And again, Neptune and Pisces, big crazy-ass dream that you have, Star. Saturn and Pisces, get your ass moving on that dream, right? I think, on one hand, I think that Neptune and Saturn and Pisces kind of sucks, right? That's why we're seeing like a lot of craziness in the world and things like that. On the other hand, I think that it's a good thing because it allows us to make the world a better place. It allows us to manifest some sort of big dream on Earth. And if we do that, then we inspire other people to do it, and then we create a better world. And so, on one hand, I also think that it's saying, like get working on your big crazy dreams, because you just might be able to make it happen. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Empress. A lot of really abundant energy this week. So while the energy is a little bit crazy, I feel like there's a lot of abundance. I also feel that by you being the Empress, like demanding your worth in life, and it doesn't matter what gender you are, but by you committing to like your worth, by doing that, I feel like you're creating a lot of success. So, again, with the Seven of Wands. So I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you here. With the Star, you have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of a celebration. So I do feel like there could be some sort of celebration coming in for you here. And again, I also feel there's like a future celebration, because it's like you're avoiding some sort of future disaster, or I don't really feel it has to be a disaster either. It could just be that, again, you're seeing how something would be a disaster, something like that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There you go. You have this bat spirit says, take care, enemies are working against you. I feel like this is this past person. I'm telling you right now, I would be careful of a past person if I were you. Plain and simple. I feel like this person's up to no good. I feel like they are no good. So I would just block and move on. And if they, people can still get through the block. So if they can, just ignore them. Plain and simple. You have this parrot. Someone will gossip about you and all your secrets. There you go. It's like, it's funny that this is coming up. It's like, I will just tell you, not to air my dirty laundry here, but I'm basically a Capricorn, right? I have a billion planets in Capricorn personally. I'm a Pisces, but everything else is in Capricorn practically. So, it's interesting. I was dealing with a person for like 3 years, and I say dealing with because that's basically what I was doing, is putting up with their BS. And, at the end of that, I found out some things about this person that turned out to be true. And, basically about them talking behind my back and all this other stuff, right? And I blocked this person, and they messaged me, and they were just totally surprised, because they thought that I blocked them for one reason, but really I blocked them for a million other reasons, right? And I just played stupid because I don't care. I'm like, whatever. Lesson learned, right? That's I take these lessons that I learn with people like this in my life, and I'm just like, okay, lesson learned, move on, just forget about it. Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, it's horrible that people are so shitty in life, right? This person definitely a POS, right? I found out about all these things that they said about me. So again, I'm not saying this to air my dirty laundry. You could be dealing with something very similar, and again, you could have a person that's like trying to come back who did that, and I would protect yourself. You have this love card. So, I feel like there could be love coming in for you. I want to pull this card as well. Yeah, box. It says, you will be receiving a gift. We see a gift from the universe here. So if you're making a change, I feel this change is the gift. You have this broken bridge card. It says, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Again, if things aren't working, I feel like you have to try something else with the Seven of Swords here. You have this boot. It says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. I would be doing the things at work. If you're working on something and something is working, like let's just say you start a YouTube channel and there's a certain type of video that works, do more of it. That's what I feel like this is saying. Like whatever you're trying to improve in your life, like really, really focus on the 80-20 rule. I talk about this all the time with you, Capricorn, because I think it's really, really important, specifically for you, that you really pay attention to the 80-20 and you double down on the 80-20. Like whatever works, do more of it. You have this bullet that says, do not back down, show opposition. It says, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Yeah, I feel like if, I don't think this is about taking part in competition, but I do feel it's saying if there is competition, doesn't matter, keep going, whatever you're working on. Pretty interesting reading here, Capricorn. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.